Alongside our director of scouting, Craig Button. Craig, no doubt what the theme of this year's induction was, and that is a fact, first-year eligible players. 3 first-year eligibles, none more obvious than Jumbo Joe.
Yeah, as obvious as the beard he wore. Very well.
Nothing subtle about that.
Nothing about it. But there was nothing subtle about Joe's brilliance or his excellence. I mean, from the time he entered the league, he showed the promise. And it's one thing to show the promise, you're the first overall pick, but then he showed that that promise was certainly well-deserved, and then his excellence just kept going and going and going. Just a brilliant model for excellence on the ice and joy playing the game.
Jumbo never won a Stanley Cup during his career, but obviously that wasn't going to stop him being a Hall of Famer. The 2 defensemen to go in as first-year eligibles, both Stanley Cup winners, Duncan Keith 3 times, Zdeno Chara once, and 2 of the greatest of all time on the blue line.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, nobody played more games on the blue line than Zdeno Chara, and he was an imposing figure. He was somebody that could make you not really want to go out on the ice against him. And not only that in terms of the physicality, but in terms of how he delivered for his team, and he did it in so many different ways, offensively and defensively. Duncan Keith, a 2-time Norris Trophy winner, he was fierce. Anybody that watched the Duncan Keith knew he was fierce, and he would do whatever it took to help his team win. We know about Jonathan Toews and how great he was for the Hawks and how great Patrick Kane was, and others. They do not win without Duncan Keith on the blue line.
All right, that's there were 4 players on the men's side. Alexander Mogilny also coming in after a bit of a wait for him. On the women's side, 2 players. Jen Botterill, 3-time Olympic gold medalist for Team Canada, and now going to be a Hockey Hall of Famer.
Yeah, no surprise to me. I think it's long overdue, and there's a process that you have to go through to be nominated and then finally get the call for induction. But she is more than worthy. One of the greatest women, female players. She was a great player, full stop. I mean, the Olympics, NCAA at Harvard, and she was somebody that when you needed something significant, you needed a difference maker, Jen Botterill was no shrinking violet. Jennifer Botterill blossomed in the hardest moments in the most difficult games.
Also going in on the women's side, Brianna Decker. She won Olympic gold, 6-time world champion, but she was also a bit of a builder for Team USA.
Yeah, well, she was, and certainly somebody that was a model for other young players to watch. And you know, the first female builder in the Hall of Fame category is Danièle Sauvageau. And you think about what she did in terms of coaching national teams, Olympic teams, and helping them with not a lot of resources, but helping them to believe that they can achieve something significant. Danièle Sauvageau was a really, really worthy nominee and inductee into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
And her call to the ball, the emotion, gave you a sense of how much that actually means to her. Okay, so today's the announcement of who's going in. A reminder, they all officially go in on Hall of Fame weekend on November the 10th on Monday.